I've been both elected director of the Newhall County Water District and president of that board, and elected director of CLWA. I'd like to fill a couple little blanks in there. The CLWA was formed by the state legislature to be a state water wholesale contractor, but wholesale only. And they've tried to fight that through the years and find a way around that to have retail. And so when they bought the Santa Clarita Water Company, it was illegal for them to buy it because it was a retail company. So some of us had to go up and fight in the Senate committees to stop them from getting retail only, and the committees finally allowed them to have retail authority within Santa Clarita's borders only. It's not what they wanted, but at least they didn't get the entire valley. And they're back to do that again. And so they want total retail authority. They want total water authority in our valley, and that's what this thing's about right now. They say to settle a lawsuit. So I asked the Newhall County Water District, which is my water supplier, for a copy of all the lawsuits that Newhall County Water District has had with CLWA. 3 in over 20 years. So that statement they're making is absolutely false, and they're feeding the public that it's to settle a lawsuit. They're petrified if that lawsuit that is hanging there goes to court, they aren't going to get their retail, so they don't want that to happen. And then our new Senator Wilk is the first one of either one of our senators or assembly people that we've had in the past, over the past maybe 15 to 20 years. The representatives we had would not carry Castaic Lake Water Agency's tricky legislations that they try to get what they want. But Scott Wilk is carrying it for them. Brand new, one step in Assembly and then right into the Senate. But Scott Wilk was a chief of staff to Assemblywoman Paula Boland back in '94 when they had Paula Boland carrying one of their tricky legislations, and it got kind of hot for her, and she didn't want to handle it anymore, and she handed it off to someone from out of our area, Assemblyman Cortese in San Jose, who seemed to be a real nice, honest assemblyman. We fought that one, and we opposed it in a Senate committee when it was running late and stopped that one at that time. But Wilk was Paula Boland's chief of staff at that time. In later years, he was a consultant for Castaic Lake Water Agency on their consulting payroll. And here he is now carrying their legislation. So you fill in the blanks. Thank you.
Well, as you may know, we have followed these two agencies. One's the water district, one's an agency for many years, 20 years and more, where very few people go through those meetings. And so we felt that we should at least be telling you what was going on, because that information doesn't come out. And so with the ad hoc committees, that's how they were doing it at Newhall County Water District. And of course, it was so secret that it was over a year that they were doing this. And then they come out and tell us what they're going to do. Now, one of those lawsuits that they're talking about, of the 3 in 20 years, was because Castaic Lake Water Agency was charging Newhall County Water District for their water, for the state water, 81% higher. That was going to be the charge, whereas the other two water companies, Santa Clarita and Valencia, were only charged 18%. Now, you see, they were bullying, and CLWA was bullying the Newhall County Water District. So that is why Newhall County sued. Okay, then the other, one of the other suits was to stop this buying of the Valencia Water Company, which they should have done. It was illegal. And so then that goes through the PUC. The PUC says, we aren't going to do anything about it. It's going to be public. And they only own the stock of Valencia Water Company. So that's still in limbo. Those people are getting rate changes, and they are $5 million in the rears. That's the Valencia Water Company. I went to their meeting, and they are going to try and make that up, I think, in 7 years. First, they were going to do it in 5, and people complained, so then they were going to spread it out. Anyway, that's what's going on with some of the water companies. But CLW is under the control of special interests, have been for years and years, and that's one particular developer. They hire many engineers, accountants, water quality experts, and then they go out and get all of these consultants. So what do the employees do if they're getting consultants to do the same jobs and more? That's going to cost. How can they do this, say economy of scale? They just spend money and money and money. It's your dollars, all of you. So you don't know all of this. I surely do, and it does upset me because I see this going on, and it is because of it. The two directors, Maria Gutzeit and Dan Mortensen, are the two that were in those ad hoc committees. I am trying to recall them. And so if any of you could help me, I am taking petitions around, getting signatures. It has to be for this Newhall County Water District customers. And I have to get a lot of signatures. But this is the only way that we can do anything about this. And I've also been up to Sacramento complaining up there. So, and of course, we don't get paid. But you should see all the people that are there that are getting paid. We're paying for that. Anyway, I hope that I can get some of you to volunteer. Anybody can do that, take these around, but they have to go, these petitions have to go to the Newhall County Water District customers. Thank you.